Alright, so for those of you that did not watch my video that I shot over there at Yakin Road when I was rail fitting, I figured I would do a follow up and tell you all about what the recovery period was like, as well as why I was on a ventilator for 2 weeks. So, according to what the doctors have said, I was not breathing right as I got out of the operating room for reasons that they don't quite understand. So, I essentially was fighting for my life on life support. Practically. Not 100%, but about 95%. And I don't quite understand why I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis at just 26 years old. But they had to take my colon out because it was too much of a bad shape to be saved. And plus, I was out of state. I was on a different hospital setting, but I know if I would have went over to Sentara Healthcare, knowing of how bad that healthcare plan is, or that healthcare system, I would have most likely died, and something told me I should have stayed back at the house. Back at Anthony's house, and did not go home right away. And so that's what I did. So, what I've really learned from this is if it was not for the prayers that I received on Facebook, I would have most likely never have made it, or the recovery period would have taken a lot longer than it should have. I would have been in the hospital a lot longer if it was not for those prayers. Now, for granted, since I was on a ventilator for 2 weeks, I had to go through physical therapy at Deaconess Health Rehabilitation Center to learn how to walk again. And thankfully, it didn't get bad to the point where I wasn't able to talk. I still was able to talk, but since that tube that went down my throat from the ventilator was in there for over 2 weeks, my left larynx, right in this area here, the left vocal cord, in other words, was partially paralyzed. So I could not talk at all. But my voice has vastly improved over what it was when I was at Gateway. Now, I was admitted to Gateway for the second time because of a really bad stomach abscess that had to be drained through a procedure where they basically put two holes in my chest area, my lower chest, to get the fluid drained. And roughly, I'd say sometime in August, I ended up having two seizures and had to be transported to Deaconess Gateway at their neurology / heart hospital because I had what was known as focal epilepsy, and we're thinking that it was because of the pain medication that I was on that caused the seizures, and now I'm essentially on seizure medicine, and I was not instructed to drive until about 6 weeks. But anyway, I figured I'd tell you all about that. I'm wanting to get the J-pouch procedure, which is essentially a reconstructing the whole colon so that I can poop normally. But we're going to be going back to Gateway to get that done at Evansville.